104.7 The K, Mike the Intern in the studio this morning on the phone with the very, very funny, very talented Brad Williams, who's going to be at 180K Hammonds Hall for the Performing Arts this Friday, 7 o'clock. The Tall Tales Tour comes to town, man. Thanks for calling into the show this morning, dude.
Of course. Happy to be here. And if right now your listeners are listening and you just heard the name Brad Williams and you're like, well, I don't know who that is. Well, that's okay. Have you been on Instagram and has a midget told you a joke? Cool, that was me. Okay, now we can do a little jump off, and now people know who's on the other end. Because I know I don't sound like a little person on the radio. I'm not calling you guys up like, I'm the compass. Let's go. Like, it's not like that at all.
You will be very, very shocked to learn that there is, in fact, a Brad Williams that lives in this area. He's a musician, and I played in bands with him, and he was in the Branson area. So there might actually be some people listening and go, wait, I think I know a Brad Williams because he plays in a few bands around the area, but a completely different vein, my dude. He's not a comedian. He's just he's a great guitar player. So, Brad, if you're listening, hey, buddy.
he must hate me because he must say, like, all right, I'm going to be performing at this theater, at this venue, at this rock club, and people expect a dwarf to run on stage and tell jokes, and it's a guy playing a six string. Oh my God, he must hate me. I am sorry to the other Brad Williams, but hey, it could be worse. Your name could be Jeff Epstein, and there could be another one who really messed up that name.
I would, dude. I can't even start. Oh, what a or just the initials JE would be bad. Anyway, it being
I stunned you with that one, didn't
I?
You
did. You threw me off. I'm like literally on the floor trying to figure out what to say next.
Okay, I will take it over because I'm coming to Hammonds Hall, and I haven't been Springfield in a really long time. So I'm really happy to come back. And much like towns, you're much like we talked about. There's another Brad Williams out there. Does Springfield, Missouri, do you guys lay claim to being like the Springfield from The Simpsons, or is that Springfield, Illinois, or is that Springfield, New Hampshire? Have you guys agreed on this?
So from what Matt has said is that it's in partly based off of the one in like Oregon or Washington, but there's nothing specific to the Springfield in the show. That's truly, that's what they claim. But we had a power plant outside of town. I mean, there are so many in a lake that we all make jokes that's, polluted and all that stuff. Kind of like, so it's kind of one of those things where people look at their like astrology chart and they're like, that's me. Well, you can make connections in anything, you know what I mean? So I think it's ambiguous, but I can't remember. They did like a vote off, and I think Washington or Mass won. I can't remember, but
all right.
So kind of.
Hey, all I'm saying is there's a business opportunity out there for someone in the Springfield, Missouri area to open up a comic book store and call everything the worst thing ever, and then they might drum up some business. I'm not sure, but. Hey, I'm just trying to help you guys make some money, and if you want to help me make some money, buy some tickets to see me at Hammonds Hall March 13th. That was a seamless transition. I'm a damn professional.
You should move your career from comedy to marketing, my guy, because that was what we call a great transition. But again, congratulations to your success. 180K, definitely a lot bigger venue than your traditional like comedy club. And we've got a couple in town that are great, but the fact that you're now to this point where you're doing theaters and stuff, that says a lot about you. And again, as a musician, you play in places like that, it's very, very difficult, but you can hide behind your band members. You can hide behind pyrotechnics and screens and your guitar or your sunglasses. When it's just you on that stage, there's nothing to hide behind,
Yeah, and that's how I like it, man. Because I got a little bit of an ego on me. You kind of have to if you're doing stand-up comedy, because if you're a stand-up comedian, you're essentially going up in front of a room full of strangers, and sometimes a theater full of strangers, saying, "Hey, all y'all shut up for about 2 hours. I got it." And that takes a lot of ego to say, like, oh, my voice should be the only voice that should be heard during this time. But I'm really happy to be doing these theaters. It's great. I like the fact I miss the clubs. Don't get me wrong, and comedy clubs are amazing, and I'm glad people still support them because I miss that intimacy, and I like knowing that everyone at that club can see me. Because these theaters are big, but we've been having a great time. Thankfully, the show fills the theater, it fills the room, and what's crazy is when you're in a theater. Like if I'm in a comedy club, I see everything that's happening. Like if you're arguing with the waitress over your chicken wings, I can see that. But in the theater, I necessarily don't know what happened. There was literally someone who passed out and got wheeled out to stretcher a couple of weeks ago at a show, and I didn't notice the entire time. I felt awful.
And I think you kind of hit the nail on the head too, where you get in those situations sometimes as performers where they're like, I can't believe this guy continued the concert or the show after that happened. He's like, dude, he's got probably 20 or 30 like blinding lights pushed right on his face, and all he sees out there is just darkness. Like there's like, how the hell are you gonna figure that out? One thing I did want to ask you, and I like to ask comedians, is growing up, who were your influences? Was it guys like Farley? Was it Bill Hicks? Was it, like Kinnison? Who was it?
I'm in my office right now, and I have two posters that will tell you my influences. Both posters are of the same comedian. One is of a signed poster from the movie Aladdin, and it says, "Your wish is my command," signed Robin Williams.
Dude, are you serious? You have a signed Robin Williams poster?
I have a Robin Williams story that's one of the greatest of my life, where I got off stage at a show in Mill Valley, California, which is where he used to live, and this is at a small theater called the Throckmorton Theater. It only holds about 150 people. I was on stage doing a show, and I didn't know Robin was in the audience, and I'm really glad I didn't know, because that would have made me crap my pants. But when the show was done, he burst into the green room, runs right up to me, shakes my hand, and goes, "Oh my God, Mr. Williams, you're like Prozac with a head." And that just has to be the greatest compliment that I've ever received. I can lie to you and say, "Oh, when my wife said that she would marry me, that was the greatest thing ever anyone ever said to me." But no, I'm putting Prozac with a head on my darn tombstone. That's going up there. So yeah, I have a signed Robin Williams poster, and I have that Robin Williams story. So that would be part of my comedic influences. No one will be Robin, but I like to think that I have his energy minus the cocaine.
Yeah, and he found it with that, but again, you couldn't have asked for a better influence. Everything that man ever touched or did, I love. The world was a better place because he existed in it, and you can't. There's not many human. Unfortunately, because of the times we live in, it's harder and harder to say that about people. Guys like him, Mr. Rogers, for example. There are more, but guys that truly pushed humanity into a good place, just being who they were, and we're better off for that, for sure.
Yeah, and so that's what I'm trying to do at my show, and not trying to push humanity, but like just trying to be someone that people could walk out of that theater and be happy that they saw. People say like, "Oh, what can we expect from your show at Hammond Hall March 13th?" I can tell you one thing that you should not expect. I don't do jokes about politics, so I'm not smart enough. There's a lot of great comedians who are. I don't care who you vote for, what race you are, who you lay down with, who you pray to. I'm going to have a room full of theater, thousands of people at the same place at the same time, all have the exact same thought, which is, that dwarf is funny.
And that, I think, is a testament to you, and sometimes the better road to take. So again, Brad, thank you so much for your time this morning. He is at Juanita K. Hammonds Hall this Friday, the 13th. Tickets are on sale now. Thanks for coming to Springfield, and it was a great conversation this morning, sir.
Hey, thank you so much for having me. We'll see you guys all on the 13th.